Yo, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy GZTV, back with another video, and this is going to be the only YouTube video today. All I had time to watch yesterday was an episode of Breaking Bad, and I can't wait. I mean, I don't really want this show to end, but we still have Better Call Saul, and a lot of people, a lot of Bad fans, who have been fanatics of the show for years and have really liked the themes, the aesthetics, have said that Better Call Saul, it definitely doesn't disappoint. It's definitely up there with Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad can obviously never be replicated and never be really competed with, but for a follow-up, for a spin-off franchise, people said Better Call Saul did a really good job, and they're still doing a good job, so we'll get into that after we finish Breaking Bad. We still have 8 episodes, guys. This show is getting good. Something crazy happens at the end of this episode. Some revelation is made. Oh my god, it's crazy. Like, out loud when I'm watching my dad was like, oh my god, no way. So yeah, at the end. Let's get through the plot. Talk about what people think of the movie. The episode, and what I think of it. Kind of bounce off their ideas. So, at Vamonos Pest, Walt and Todd prepare a barrel of hydrofluoric acid for Mike Ehrmantraut's dead body. Now, I hate to see them put hydrofluoric acid on his body and get rid of his remains, because I feel like he deserves to have an open casket funeral. He was such a good character, such a likable character. He had some annoying moments at times, like when he was taking money from Walt and giving it to his older henchmen or whatever. I didn't really like that about him, but he had some badass scenes. He was pulling off some crazy shit. He was smart, like the spray bottle on the camera, just him shooting through walls at people. He was a fucking action movie star, and I feel like Mike Ehrmantraut would play so well in an action franchise. I mean, I feel like that needs to be done. I don't think it'll ever be done, but yeah. When Jesse arrives, Walt informs him that Mike is gone. He never tells him that Mike is dead, he just says that he is gone. When asked by Jesse how they will deal with Mike's 9 henchmen now that they will not be receiving their hazard payments, Walt bluntly tells Jesse that he is no longer involved in the business and that Walt is handling it. Walt is like, who is we, Jesse? You told me you're done. You told me you opted out, so I'm going to take your word for it, and I'm not going to let you get involved into anything. I got this. Walt meets with Lydia at a coffee shop to obtain the names of Mike's henchmen. Obviously, she has all the names. It's documented somewhere. Mike kind of told her the names, and they kind of chatted about it. Suspecting that Walt will see her as a liability and kill her, Lydia proposes a partnership in which Walt expands his distribution overseas to the Czech Republic, which has a high percentage of meth users. 5% of the population uses meth there. And it's not even a big country, that big of a country compared to the U.S., but the whole Southwest, it's that size of people. So Walt could definitely double his production here and double his distribution and his sales. So Lydia is trying to blackmail him out of killing her. When asked why she did not pitch this to Gus, she claims that he had already approved her idea before he was killed. So if he hadn't have been killed, obviously they would have went with the plan. But Walt killed him, so now Walt is his successor, which is fucking crazy that the guy that murdered you successes you in the business. So Walt, everything's pointing at Walt becoming the new Gus here, and I think that's going to happen. I think Jesse's the next Walter in this series. So I really think these two are going to have a bout. All is good between them, and Walt kind of offers him something, but I feel like someone's going to try to challenge Walt later on, and Walt's going to kind of become the villain. He's going to become truly Heisenberg here. When Walt agrees with the proposal, Lydia provides him with the name, so kind of a trade-off there. She has to sacrifice Mike's names and kind of rat them out. Oh my god, this is a crazy episode. After Lydia leaves, Walt removes his hat from the table, revealing the vial of ricin from his and Jesse's plot to kill Gus, which he then rehides in his house. So I feel like if Lydia didn't cooperate with him, he would have put some ricin in her drink and she would have died without a trace of him doing it. So that's kind of, I think, what Walt was planning, which is fucking crazy. I mean, Lydia is kind of seen as a liability. I can see why he sees that. Walt Whitman gliding over all. That's what the episode is named after. Gliding over all through nature, time, and space, as a ship on the waters advancing. The voyage of the soul, not life alone. Death of many deaths, I'll sing. From his Leaves of Grass book. Walt asked Todd to meet with his uncle, Jack Welker, a white supremacist who has ties with several chapters of the Aryan Brotherhood operating in various prisons. So they kind of have, so pretty much, you're going to learn what these guys do, what the Aryan Brotherhood is about. I think this is a real thing. Yeah, it's like a prison Nazi group. Walt enlists Jack and his men to kill Mike's henchmen and their now imprisoned lawyer Dan, insisting that they be killed simultaneously. So on like one day, a bunch of Mike's henchmen that are imprisoned, obviously, for being associated with Gus, they get killed and they get stabbed brutally, left in rooms to burn to death. I mean, it is insane. Walt is just wiping everyone out. He wants this out of the books, and I feel like Hank seeing all his witnesses dying, makes him suspicious of something, and that will lead to the end of the episode here. But, though Jack tries to explain that the operation will be logistically difficult, an unfazed Walt orders him to figure it out, as he is paying him to do this. So, yeah, Walt is he gives no fucks. You're gonna do what he says, or else you're probably going to die to him. In a period of less than 2 minutes, and across 3 different prisons, the 10 are killed. So these guys are really down for the cause. These Aryan Brotherhood men are just ridiculously psychopathic. I mean, it was kind of disturbing. They showed a bunch of prisoners just getting stabbed to death. Oh my god! Imagine if this happened in real life, and you get locked into jail the very next day or something. How much fear you would have. Then, when Hank learns of the deaths, he is shocked and horrified. I feel like he isn't as mad as he is shocked and horrified, because he's like, what the fuck? Whoever's behind this is a fucking lunatic, and he's going to learn soon that it could possibly be Walter. He confides in Walt that he yearns for a job that does not include chasing monsters. So he's saying that Walt is a monster. He's indirectly saying, hey, whoever did this is a monster. And it turns out to be Walter. It's just Hank doesn't know this for sure yet. He's going to get suspicion later in the episode, and that's kind of the cliffhanger. And it's kind of crazy. For the next few months, Walt's meth production runs profitably and uninhibited, raking in millions of dollars. So we kind of time-lapse through him getting sales, meeting with Lydia in the coffee shop, kind of his weekly routine. And yeah, everything goes well. Months go by, nothing happens. Yeah, elsewhere, Marie encourages Skylar to reconcile with Walt and to kind of bring the kids together. She's kind of influencing Skylar that, hey, family is very important. You don't want to leave your kids in the dark or anything like that. Let's just get over our past issues. Life is too short to kind of have these issues. Later, Skylar brings him to an enormous pile of money she has been collecting and maintaining in a storage unit, probably a mix of the drug money and the car wash money. The whites are raking in cash. After explaining to a stunned Walt that there is simply too much money to launder through their car wash, Skylar pleads with him and asks him how much money will be enough before she can have her children back. Later, Walt tells Skylar that he will quit. He sees how much money he's making. He's like, alright, maybe I got a little greedy. Maybe I need to kind of be like a teenager. Sorry, the joke kind of flopped. Being like a teenager, avoiding pregnancy and pull out. Be like that. That was fucking stupid. Walt visits Jesse and the two reminisce about the simpler days of cooking meth in the RV, kind of a reunion, kind of going back memory lane, kind of their foundation for being criminals and being drug dealers and cooks. It is actually annoying what's going on upstairs, for fuck's sake. When his visit is over, Walt leaves behind 2 bags. Obviously has money in it because he doesn't have enough money or he has too much money to just hold in his house, and it looks suspicious. Fearing for his safety, Jesse unzips the bag slowly, only to find them filled with cash. I didn't really expect anything different. I think Walt was leaving him a farewell gift, sorry, this couldn't work out for you. Let me give you some cash on the way out so you're comfortable. I appreciate everything you've done for me, but we are probably done talking to each other. Relieved, Jesse disposes of a gun he had been concealing earlier. So really, Jesse was planning on shooting Walter if something suspicious came up. which is ridiculous, but I mean, I guess Walter has been on a rampage, so Jesse has every reason to be kind of suspicious of things and cautious. Walt Jr. and Holly move back in with Walt and Skylar, and the family seems to be in repair, with everything now going well for Walt. So it's very uplifting, it's very awesome, it's very, very, like, what is it? What do I call that? What do you call that word? I don't even know. It's very fulfilling to see these guys together, and it makes me happy for Walt. During a lunch by the pool with Hank and Marie, Hank leaves to use the restroom. Oh, man. Rummaging for reading material, he finds Walt's copy of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass under some magazines in the bathroom. The same copy given to Walt by Gail Bedecker. So he could probably find some fingerprints on here. That's kind of like a big revelation you get out of this. Oh, man. This isn't looking good for Walter. As he thumbs through the pages of the book, Hank finds a handwritten dedication to my other favorite WW. It's an honor working with you. Fondly, GB. Hank then recalls an earlier conversation in which Walt jokingly admitted to being the WW found in a handwritten dedication in Gail's lab notebook. Hank is shocked, at last coming to the realization that Walt is Heisenberg. Like, I don't think he has any, like, thought. He's not like, he probably is Heisenberg. He may be Heisenberg. He's like, dude, this guy is Heisenberg. Walter White, my brother-in-law, this whole time, right under my nose, just like Gus with the ASAC. Kind of a cool, like, parallel there, right under my nose. Highly positive reviews from this episode. TV Fanatic gave it a 4.8 out of 5. Gliding over all, still managed to shock, taking Walt to a place we never imagined he'd be prior to the big reveal. Contentment, happiness, a sense of satisfaction over a job well done, an emperor who no longer needed an empire. TV Fanatic liked the 2 montages showing the prison hits and the time lapse. It was like really like shocking and disturbing, and it really added some shock value to this series, which is good. Hitfix called the episode an absolute gorgeous piece of work, and both the visual sense and the way it brought us to the next final phase of Walter White's story. Oh man, I can't wait. The director was nominated for an Emmy. It's a top 15 episode. Like, as slow as the episode may seem, the fact that Hank is like, oh my god, you're Heisenberg, at the end makes the episode. The prisoners getting stabbed, Walter being a badass and like taking a hit on prisoners. It's amazing. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this review. I'm going to be watching another episode today. Holy shit, I can't wait to see how Walt's story unravels. Possibly a stream later tonight. I've been figuring out my Elgato. Sorry about that glare in the back, by the way. Figuring out my Elgato. Might do some reactions. Might play some games. The good quality Twitch is